What's going on, guys? It's Josh Arruda, D3 basketball player and aspiring coach. I'm here to break down the number 4 ranked Texas Longhorns, coached by Shaka Smart. They're 8-1, coming off of a huge victory over Kansas. The keys to beating a team like this, you got to take care of the basketball as they're really aggressive on defense. You got to take advantage of their turnovers, they're loose with the ball. Take advantage of the extra possessions, and you got to outlast not as deep roster. Starting point guard Matt Coleman, number 2. He's 6'2". He's averaging close to 14 points a game and 5 assists. And he will check you all the way up the court. You know, he's pretty active with his hands. He really likes to get downhill, but he is patient with his dribble. He's a pretty creative finisher, and he can shoot the ball on the perimeter. He's their leading scorer for a reason. He's a senior, so he's been here for a while. He's been in Shaka Smart's system, and he's creative around the rim. Like I said, he will get fouled. He loves that crossover, and here was a good move he made when he really wanted to stick it to Kansas as they beat them by plus 25. Now next is number 3, Courtney Ramey. He's a shooting guard for him. He's 6'3". They're close to average 14 points a game. Really active on defense with over 2 steals a game. Can shoot it from anywhere. This is definitely their best shooter. I believe he's shooting 45% from 3 so far. He'll shoot from anywhere. Looks to get downhill. Looks like he's a strong right-handed player, and is ready to shoot. Like, that's him coming off the screen. Obviously, they run a 4-1 offense with a lot of pick and roll highs. They got 3 good guards with that freshman forward Greg Brown, who can really play. So they're really looking to get downhill, get in transition, and get to their spots. And he's one of their shooters, so you got to check him. Can't lose him. Number 1, Andrew Jones. He's a combo guard, 12 points a game, about 2-3 assists. Kind of does everything for him. He looks like he's one of their better defenders as well. This is him getting downhill in transition. He can shoot it as well, as you see here. He kind of does everything for him. He's a jack of all trades. I wouldn't say he's fantastic at anything, but definitely can get to the rim. And he's just another guard that you need to stay in front of for them, because that's really what makes this team go. Greg Brown is their freshman forward. He's 6'9". He can do everything. He can shoot, dribble, make plays on defense. He's a little slow with his feet, but his length makes up for it. Here's him making a nice step back crossover. Obviously, that's a tough shot, but he's really looking to get to the rim. He's trying to get his bucket. He'll shoot early in the shot clock. He gets his shots up, and he's a freshman, so I'm not sure if he'll be here for long, but he's going to make some plays for them down the stretch. Here's their center forward, Jericho 6'10". He's 7 points per game, 7 rebounds. Really active around the rim. I can't say he has much of an outside game, as he's looking to just set screens, get offensive rebounds, post up, and find the right man. Here's him making a statement in the very first play of the game against Kansas on Saturday. But I would say I'd recommend getting him the ball, trying to force these guards to give him the ball at the free throw line or above will definitely be beneficial for teams. As he can finish around the rim. He's a pretty explosive guy. Here's him getting a dump off. Number 22, Kai Jones. He's a forward, 6'11". He can shoot it. He can rebound. He's a good player for them. He's like their 6th man, but he's kind of like a starter. He plays just as much minutes as almost all of them. But here's him just falling in there. But these guys can explode from underneath the rim. Here's him. He's not afraid to shoot it, being at that height. I think he's shooting pretty well. I think he's shooting 550%, 7-14 on the year. Number 10, Donovan Williams is one of their backup guards. He will definitely look to shoot the 3. Here's him. I think he posts up. He finds a spot. Takes a lot of time, I would say, but he'll make it with time and space, as you see here. Texas looks to relocate after their post touches. There's not much action, but he is definitely somebody who doesn't get paid as much attention to, and if he gets hot, he can light you up. Number 30, Brock Cunningham is a forward for them. He's kind of a hustle energy guy, but he does it all for him. I believe, here's him, located for a 3, finds it, smooth stroke. He won't light you up from 3, but he'll, and there he is doing his thing. He's crashing boards, and I think he gets on the floor here, making those extra plays, the defensive effort. That's kind of where he fills in. He's the energy guy for this team. They have 2 other guys that didn't really dress for Kansas, but we're going to talk about their defense now. They're really active, man-to-man, full court. Everybody's always watching the ball. Shaka Smart coach team, that's just how they are. Andrew Jones is always staying in front. They do a good job of not fouling, but I would, if I was a coach, I'd be telling my players to go straight up with them, go right at their chest, get them in foul trouble. They're not very deep roster. They only played 8 guys against Kansas, and that was in a 25-point blowout. You'd expect to see some subs come in, but they're not there. They just had a transfer leave and 2 other guys not dressed that were, they're 2 of their bigs, but they're really handsy here. Like, look, Andrew Jones gets up straight up, plays straight up. They're not, they're not really, they're pretty well disciplined. 20 right here, stays straight up, forces Kansas. They really forced Kansas, gave them a tough time. Kansas got open looks, but they always contested, and they overhelp. Their hands are active at all times. I like this play a lot because look at the scramble here. They're always running. Here you go again. Even Brock Cunningham's getting out there, covering outside the 3-point line, really extending hands in the passing lane, really forcing your offense to work. If they're trying to take away those first pass, hands up, closing out every time. This is them. They will pick you up full court man. It's not really that intense of a pressure, but they will do it. This is number 2. I definitely say Coleman's probably their most aggressive guard. He has 2 steals a game just about, but he's getting his hands in there. And then they get a huge 5 count called here. This is when they kind of face guard off of 5-and-5. And they will show a 1-2-2 bluff. They look like they try to trap at the half court, but it doesn't happen too often. On offense, they're really just a 4-1 dribble drive, high pick and roll. They're really just trying to make some offense out of their defense and get in transition. But you will see either Kai Jones or Jericho Sims come out and set a ball screen. Here's them hitting the crackback. Kansas makes a nice play, but if they're stationary at all, they're really getting their big out, looking to throw it inside to him. Found that often, if you force, Kansas had a lot of success icing the ball screen and forcing their big to catch it higher. Here's them getting in transition, Andrew Jones. I would say a lot of their offense comes from transition. They're a really aggressive team. They're making plays happen on defense. They want to get out and run with 4 guards that can just push the floor. That's definitely their game. And you really got to just limit your turnovers, limit your bad shots. They're going to force you into tough shots, but if you just stay strong and execute on offense, you should be able to avoid these issues that Kansas fell into. Obviously, it doesn't help when you shoot 3 of 23 from 3-point, but yeah, right there. He gets downhill, but they will turn the ball over themselves, and that's something to take advantage of. Like, often they're just kind of making some crazy plays that they're dribbling too much or picking the dribble up early, so you got to take advantage of those turnovers. Their weaknesses, like I said, is loose with the ball, quick shots, offensive rebounds, and they switch mix-ups. They're, as a defensive team, they're switching really actively, and often there's confusion. If you can take advantage of those few moments, you'll definitely get some extra buckets, a couple extra passes. Here's an early shot by Greg Brown. Getting downhill, they'll leave their feet to pass. See here, they ice it successfully, force them into the defense. They had a lot of success forcing them baseline. Just active hands, create turnovers. They're going to try and push in transition. A lot of loose. Here's a terrible shot. They're all, they all want to score. All of their guards want to get and go. The offense isn't really, there isn't much continuation or sets going on. It's really just 4-1 with open space go. Here they'll lose the ball. If you stay disciplined, don't reach, they'll turn the ball, they'll give the ball to you. But they're a good team. You got to play straight up. You got to play good defense. But see, there's a mix-up right there on the switch. Again, there. They didn't take advantage of it here, but they will mix up. And then here's just Texas being lazy on an offensive rebound. They watch a lot. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have success and put good use to this.